Hello everybody, my name is Kevin and welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport, where today we will be racing in Le Mans with Group 1 cars. As you can see, I'm using Mazda LM Vision Gran Turismo. It's a lot of Mazdas here. As you can see, all the Indonesian players used Mazda LM, including me. We are starting grid, we are at 13. Currently there are 17 players, and by the end of this video you might want to keep an eye on the total of players. It could sometimes it would reduce and can give us some bit of advantage. So here we are coming into the entry pit lane, and here we go on to first chicane, doing that nicely. Another chicane. That Mazda turns really sharply next to the Peugeot. One guy spun out to hitting the pit wall. We are straight behind Peugeot, and he is flying fast towards the first long corner. Taking the inside, brake at the entry, going a little bit deep, going off-road slightly. We got a good exit ahead of the Peugeot and into out of the Dunlop arc. Coming into another next corner, sliding quite wide, and that hitting lots of the cones. We have Mazda coming in, and it's going wide into the shallow corner and the long straight, where his slipstream is the most important, especially if you want to go in position. We have Mazda next to our, we are wheel to wheel together. We both have no advantage on the slipstream, so this might be maintained throughout the whole straight. Into the chicane, brake a little bit late, going deep, cutting cross. We are losing speed at the exit. Shouldn't be a problem. We are here now drafting behind this Mazda. This Peugeot is catching up with us. Looks like he's taking the outside of the corner into the chicane, or he may fall behind. Here is the second chicane coming in to the inside. A little bit contact with the Mazda, not a big deal. Slightly deep into the corner, bumping a little bit more contact. 0.4 penalty issued to us. This is not that big of a deal. We are taking the right side, possibly going to take the inside of the hard braking zone into the sharp corner here. That we got a nice entry, also nice exit. We're slightly losing speed though. This Peugeot is gaining on us. To the back of this Peugeot, we are back on our initial position, P13, and feathering the throttle a bit so I don't to get rid of that penalty. And here comes a shallow turn, followed by a deep corner. Almost touching the Peugeot. Nice entry, slightly slow. It's no big deal. And here's another slight corner, going a little bit deep. Looks like behind us is a Nissan. This Nissan is really fast. All the Group C cars in this game, they're really fast on the straights. And yeah, it's really fast on the straights. But I'm most comfortable with the LMP cars. Looks like someone went out of track. This Mazda just got ghosted for a little while. Into the third corner, we are merging with him. Luckily he is ghosted. We are down to 14th position, slightly wobbly on the rear end. Oh, here comes the Peugeot. And the Peugeot HDI, I forgot the name. So in my strategy in this race is I'm gonna do a pit stop at lap 3, and that pit stop is gonna be refueling all the way until lap 5. And here we are back on the starting grid. We are down 2 positions from our initial starting position. We should be able to get back up at least to 13th. Nice entry, a little bit deep onto the corner. Also a little bit wide on the exit. And below the Dunlop arc. And into the S corner. Nice entry, nice exit. And here we are entering the long straight. Alright, looks like the guy in front of us has hit the wall a little bit back, and we're getting advantage of this chicane. Nice quick entry onto the exit, hitting those apex really good. Oh, he spun out and hit the wall. There's another gap, another second into our gap. Braking into Mulsanne corner, a little bit of yellow flag, hitting the apex, and sliding the rear a little bit. But that was a controllable slide, so doesn't matter that much. We have a fastest time on that particular sector, and the 12th position is on sight, and hopefully we can gain more position by the next turn, which is gonna be Indianapolis. Here we are entering shallow turn into Indianapolis. There's one car, two car, three cars crashed into the wall. It gives us three position gains. Nice exit speed, and here we are another long straight, keeping good distance between the 11th place, which just happens to be the Mazda, and coming into the Porsche curve, slowly and sliding a little bit, and still keeping up with the McLaren in front of us. Oh, right, that McLaren has a penalty, so we may or may not have an advantage here. Right, coming in close to the 8th and the 9th, slightly wide on the exit. That Mazda just went wide and into the gravel. We are in the new, actually I think this is the new Maison Blanche. Slightly wide, slightly deep from McLaren. A little bit contact. That's a hard contact, and we are going wide onto the gravel. Lose like one position. It's not a big deal, and a bunch of SR. It's kind of bad. Alright, coming into the 4th chicane. Shallow curve into the 4th chicane. Slightly too fast. And underneath actually that's not the 4th chicane. I'm sorry, my apologies. Just went through the Dunlop curve. And going a little wide on that one. We are losing lots of time. As you can see, 9th position has gone way far. And we just passed the Terre de Rouge and onto the long straight towards Lark chicane. Oh, the McLaren crashed. It's gonna be a free 9th position. And now we go on to the next bit of the straight into La Florandière chicane, hitting one apex, two apex, great entry, and slightly wide on the exit. That doesn't look that bad, and we're gonna maximize the potential of this car. This final stretch of the straight bit of this track. Well, not really. A straight before the sharp turn and the big braking point, which is the Mulsanne corner. Hitting the apex, slightly slippery. That's not a big deal. Looks like the guys behind 10th position is catching up with us. And I seem to have lost sight of 8th position. Okay, you can barely see it. I can even barely see it as well. And into Indiana, and break the shallow corner into the Indianapolis, and hitting the apex real good, and coming into Arnache, slowing down. We missed the apex there, so we are slightly slower on that corner than before. We also seem to low on the fuel. The tires are still doing great, so I may have to box in this lap. In other words, I have to take a pit stop into the Porsche curve. So that's pretty well. And these APACs taking the outside into the new Maison Blanche. Alright, I have to definitely taking a pit stop here, because I will not be able to last until 5th lap with this amount of fuel. So taking the right side into the pit entry, slowing down quite a bit. We might lose some position while in the pit stop, but that shouldn't be much of a deal. I'm not gonna change tires. I'm gonna refuel this until we are like maybe 3 laps on the bottom. When the car is taking a while. It's 14 seconds pass by. We are down 2 positions on 11th. 2 cars are pitting in front of another 2 cars are pitting in as well. Seems to be refueling only. And just there, and off we go. This should last until 5th lap, because we just passed the finish line and then count as lap 4. And yeah, we are down. I say we're down just 1 position, so I think we can make this up again. And that's a nice entry into those corners. Went through the Dunlop curve, and we are nice entry on that corner. Coming into Tertre Rouge. Oh, that's a good pronunciation there. And here we are onto the main straight. We are not in range with the slipstream with the Mazda in front of us, but with the chicanes coming in, we should be able to close in the gaps in front of us. And yeah, there's 2 more laps to go. And hopefully we can last until the end of the race and maintain our position. The gap is getting closer on this Lark chicane. Nice entry and exit. Actually, we are still the same gap. That car behind us is also catching up. We have the Indonesian, although we have the Indonesian on the lead, 2 Australians, followed by 2 Japanese on 8th and 9th, and an Indonesian behind me, and a Japanese on 12th position. The Mazda is going wide. We might have an opportunity to overtake him on Mulsanne corner or Mulsanne hairpin, whichever whichever you prefer. Alright, we are still in good shape here. Gaps are still pretty big on the back, and braking really hard. And he just took the inside, a little bit of contact, and we have lost 1 position there. And I also lost an SR. If I hadn't had a contact with him, he might have went straight into the wall. I guess it's a luck for him and a bad luck for me. It's not bad. That's not good. Right, we are straight behind this Mazda. Hopefully we can get the slipstream advantage here into the Porsche curve. Actually, no, that's not the Porsche curve. Into the Indianapolis, going wide. That's gonna cost us some time. Yep, definitely. Into Arnage, and that's also gonna give us penalty apparently. It's a lot of going deep, losing our position here by the Mazda. Right, just went through the Porsche billboard. Now I would say that the straights are probably the best spot to eliminate penalties below 1 second. Just better off the throttle, and you should be able to get it over with in less than 1 minute, I guess, excluding like when you're ignoring the penalties, if you know what I'm talking about. Alright, we are on to what is this? The new Maison Blanche. And coming in through the pit entry into Porsche Ford chicane. That's a nice entry, hitting all the apex there. That second apex is too deep, but it's also fine. Looks like we are having changing in player numbers or just positions. Yeah, still have the penalty, 0.217 seconds, and we're on final lap. and coming into the Dunlop curve, going way deep. It's not what you want. Below the Dunlop bridge or curve, downhill right into the SS. I forgot the names already. I'm sorry. And that's not a good turn into Tetre Rouge, going way deep and wide onto the runoff area. Looks like we are quite a ways ahead in front of the 13th position. Yeah, I think we got an extra penalty there. Feather off the throttle a bit to get rid of that. See, it's easy. It's easy if it's below 1 second. Just lightly tap on the throttle, and that should give you enough time to eliminate your penalty. And we just got another one. We're going in too deep into the apex. I think the good spot for this is going to be after the La Folandier chicane, or maybe you can do it now anyways. Right, into La Folandier chicane, in one apex, too wide on that apex. We're losing a little bit of time there. Still keeping up with our gaps. Two front tires are slightly exhausted, but there's no point in pitting because this is the last lap. You don't want to pit on the final lap. And here we go into the heavy braking zone of Busan. Put it down to first gear. Slightly slippery on the turning. And off we go on to the straight. Looks like all we have to do now is just keep up and try not to crash heavily. Yeah, especially the two front tires are getting worn out quite a bit. Into the shallow turn, entering Indianapolis. I'm pronouncing that wrong for some reason. But a bit here, a little bit of straight here into Arnage. Slightly wide and slow on that corner. Alright, the lead car has finished. We have 45 seconds to complete the race. And looks like we are not that far away from the finish line. The second car has finished. So the third car is going to finish anytime soon now. Into the Porsche curve. Passing the Michelin billboard. We are low on fuel, 0.7 laps to go. That's not a big deal. We have not long to go. Slightly wide on that corner. 12 seconds. Come on, we can do this. 0.5 laps. Oh, looks like we got a yellow flag. Into the fourth chicane. It's one chicane down. Chicane done. Leading the field to 3, and we are into the main straight towards the finish line, and we just made it under 9 seconds. Whew! And look at that. Majority players got penalties, except for this one. Oh, never mind that. This one guy who doesn't have a penalty, he retired from the race, apparently. And we finished 11th. I would say that's a good race. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video or in the next race. Goodbye.